Hi students, welcome to Sri Guru Bio classes. In this class, we are going to talk about one of the most important topic in 10th class biology, internal structure of heart. Now, let's come to the topic, internal structure of heart. As we know that heart is one of the most important organ. It plays a major role in the circulatory system in human beings. When we are coming to the shape of that heart, it is a pear-shaped structure. Once we are observing that outline of that heart, it looks like a triangle in shape. When we are observing that anterior part of that heart, it is wider when compared to this posterior part. Generally, the posterior part is narrower. Narrower means it is somewhat less in size when compared to this anterior part. Next, the heart is covered with membranes that is commonly called as pericardial membrane. The heart is covered with pericardial membrane. Generally, two pericardial membranes are covered this entire heart. In between these two membranes, fluid are also present in it. This fluid is commonly called as pericardial fluid. The fluid present in between these two pericardial membranes, that is commonly called as pericardial fluid. This pericardial fluid which protects the heart from shocks. So generally the fluid is protected from these shocks. Next, when we are coming to the internal structure of the heart is divided into four grooves or cavities. Four grooves or cavities. Generally, these two are upper cavities, and these two are lower cavities, or upper grooves or lower grooves. Generally, the upper two grooves are commonly called as atria or atrium. The lower chambers or lower cavities are commonly called as ventricles. Generally, the upper grooves are small in size when compared to this lower one. Next, these grooves or cavities are also separated one muscular wall that is commonly called as septum or septae. This septae or septum is divided the grooves into left and right side. When we are observing that left side parts, that is commonly called as left atrium and left ventricle, and here the septae divides into that right side parts, these commonly called as right atrium and right ventricles. Next, the grooves which is present in the left side, that means left atrium and left ventricle, both are smaller in size when compared to these right side chambers. So it is very smaller. This is somewhat bigger when compared to this left side atrium, and right left ventricle is smaller than right atrium and right ventricles. Next, the walls of that ventricles are thicker than atrium or auricles. The walls of the ventricles are also thicker than atrium or auricles. So these are the major structures found inside the heart. Next, these upper and lower grooves or chambers are separated one wall that is commonly called as atrioventricular wall. This wall is commonly called as atrioventricular septate. So this is also left atrioventricular septate and this is right atrioventricular septum or septate. Next, these atrioventricular septa are also having valves. That means the left side the valves is present, that is commonly called as left atrioventricular valves. These are valves. This is left atrioventricular valves. These valves are also commonly called as bicuspid valve or mitral valve. Mitral valve or bicuspid valve. Here at the same right side, the right atrioventricular valve are also present here in between that right atrium and right ventricle, that is commonly called as tricuspid valve. This is also known as tricuspid valve. This is the tricuspid valve present in between this right atrium and right ventricles. So these are the major structures present in that heart. Next, some of the semilunar valves are also present in this right atrium, which prevent the backflow of the blood from pulmonary artery. So generally these valves are the major structures which prevent the backflow of that blood. Next, when we are coming to that, blood vessels are observed in this heart. Generally, some of the rigid blood vessels or arises from the heart is commonly called as arteries. Generally, a large artery which is originates from heart, that is commonly called as aorta. So it is the largest artery in the body. This is originated from this heart. Generally, this aorta is again divided into small branches which carries the blood from heart to all parts of the body. Next, another type of small rigid arteries are arises from right ventricle, that is commonly called as pulmonary artery. This pulmonary artery again divided into left branch and right branch. This pulmonary artery carries blood from heart to lungs. Next, non-rigid blood vessels are attached to the heart, that is commonly called as vena cava. Generally, two types of non-rigid blood vessels are attached to this heart, that is superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. This is superior vena cava, this is inferior vena cava. This superior vena cava receives blood from upper parts of the body to right auricles or right atrium, and the inferior vena cava receives blood from lower parts of the body and it receives the blood from lower parts to right atrium. Next, some of the veins are also arises from this heart, that is right pulmonary veins and left pulmonary veins. These are receiving blood vessels. It receives the oxygenated blood from lungs. Next, in addition to these all arteries and veins, some of the blood vessels are also observed on the surface of that heart, that is commonly called as coronary vessels. Coronary vessels. So coronary arteries and coronary veins are present on the surface of that heart, which supplies and which receives blood from heart muscles. So this is the simple internal structure of that heart. Okay. This is the internal structure of heart. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please comment in the comment box. Thank you for watching.